Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite Greatsword and Sword and Shield DPS staying gung-ho guns, still rocking the stash of course. In today's video, I'm breaking down my go-to 1 versus 1 PvP dueling build. Our guild Mando just wrapped up dueling tournament and this build folks is the one that took home the victory. So kick back, relax, and let's dive into it. Are you looking for people to play Thorn and Liberty with? Think about joining the Mando community. We are always welcoming good players who wish to be part of our glorious community. Info will be in the description of this video. One final little plug here, I promise. I am grinding to 20k subs and I would very much appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. Only, of course, if you enjoyed the video, so let's get into it. All right, thank you guys very much for being here. So really quick before we start, I wanted to kind of go over something really quick. One, this is a dueling build, meaning that I'm going to take a few things that are going to be better for you in one-on-one situations, not necessarily group play. So kind of keep that in mind. There are some things that I do not take that are better for group play. This is more for a one-on-one situation. With that said, let's quickly jump over the Guardians. Now, I personally use the Shade Revenant. I think that is the best DPS one. However, if you would like to be more defensive, Lady Knight Kashera is just fantastic. You can use either or. I personally prefer the Shade Revenant for the DPS because we already have the armor and the defense as a shield and greatsword user. Let's go over the build now. Now for your Q ability, obviously you always want to take the shield one. It is just best in slot. It gives you an extra second to block. And remember, in dueling, it's like a chess game. Blocking is very, very essential. Now let's go over the skill specializations because I do think that some of these moves might look a little different. And I'll go over what I took. Let's just go over the great sword, or the sword and shield, I should say. As I only took a few things here, one in particular, to be honest, and that is the piercing strike, which was the shield strike. Now, a lot of people do take for the counter barrier, they'll either take the cooldown for PvP. This is very good as well, as is the damage increase. But again, it's only half a second, and I feel like this is 5-second cooldown already. I don't think this is as beneficial as people would think it is. That's why I personally don't take it. Now, let's go over the Greatsword. Now, on the Greatsword, I take Cruel Smite. I'll be honest, if I could, I would take the damage increase. I just don't have the points for it. The reason why I take Cruel Smite, again, this is something that you finish off targets with if they're still alive after you hit them with the big bonk. So again, Cruel Smite, which by the way was Valiant Brawl, is just fantastic for me. In the precision dash, this is how you're going to keep up with enemies. I take the first one, bind, 80% to bind a hit target for 2 seconds, which is amazing. On top of that, your heavy attack boost increase by 1.5 seconds, so you can actually use this quite a bit to finish off targets. Really, really good. Your stunning blow, which is how you're going to set up one of your biggest hits. The way, again, it works is you take a damage increase for the 150 bonus as well as the duration effect. For your death blow, one of your bonks does a lot of damage. You're going to take the 2 on the top. You do not need the middle one because, again, we're going to finish off targets, one-on-one situations. You're not going to wait for this to come back. Most cases, you're not going to need to use this twice. And if you do, it's 15 seconds. Again, there's not enough points to spare. But you definitely want the prone position because we're going to try to prone him. If you prone your target, this is going to be an easy kill with the death blow. Da Vinci's Courage, again, this is a choice for you. You can choose whatever you want here. The effect duration is a must. After that, you have 3 points. You can either choose, which is a lot of people do this, and they'll take some points off and put it into damage reduction. It increases it by 25 for the duration of Da Vinci's Courage, which, by the way, is, I believe, 12 seconds. Now, that's very good, but it's only 25 damage reduction. I personally put it into the healing. Instant healing, 200%. So this is kind of acts as that little heal that gives you a little more boost when you're dueling. That way you can finish off the targets. Both are good. Personally, I think instant healing. And if you can find points, maybe get both of them. That'll be very good. Personally, like I said, I do instant healing, but I do think damage reduction is better. I don't have the points, so it is what it is. Wheel breaker, again, used to be a wheel breaker, just changes the target. You just turn it into a more AoE, so it's easier to hit. And then on top of that, you just reduce their invasion and their defense. This is amazing. So you're going to set up the big bonk. Going down to ascending slash, again, same thing here. This is how you're going to prone them. You take the 250 increase for 5 seconds, as well as the prone duration by 1 second. It's very important that you have that extra second. You're going to need it. Going one of my favorite movies, Devastating Smash. A lot of people don't use it. I don't know why they don't use it. This is one of my favorite moves. I get both of these. It's pretty much a gap closer that stuns him for 2 seconds, and it gives you the opportunity to hit him really quick after that. Guillotine Blade. Again, one of your big bonks as well. You want to get all 3 here as well. Now, let me go over something here as well. As you see, I am not fully geared for full PvP, as again, this certain account right here is more for free to play. I do have another account that I do actually pay some money on, but I just wanted to show that you can actually do this without having to spend a lot of money on this. Because remember, rock, paper, scissors actually matters in this game, and it's just going to be, you know, how you fight and how you do that. What's most important is the perception here. You want to make sure that you have at least over 30 so you don't miss anything. Put 30. I normally would like to get this to 50, and then again, I think mana or wisdom is not as important in these, you know, duels, because they're only 30 seconds long to a minute. But again, these all could be beneficial, but what you should really work on is perception and strength. Now, I will include in the description 2 of the builds for the actual gear for my other account that I actually have, you know, spent a lot of money on, and you're going to be able to see all of that as well. And I'll also put this one on there so it's more on budget, so you can try it out without, you know, spending all that crazy money. Now, let's go over the passives as well. For the passives, I'm just going to go over them really quick. The Robust Constitution for the extra is just amazing, as well as Vital Force, Cold Warrior. Victor's Morale is, again, how you're going to heal yourself, as well as get a lot of mana back. And then, obviously, the Immutable Armor, because it's just a lot of defense. Then we're going to take Age of Shield, Impenetrable, and then the Resilient Mind, because, again, we're going to invade and block, and it's just going to be really good. Here is one of the things to look out for, and I think this is really what makes this class super, super good, is this move right here, Counter Barrier. I want to bring that up really quick because this is very important. This move, especially if you get the blocking right, because remember, your Q ability is so important in dueling. If you can do this with Counter Barrier and you get it right, you're going to have just the easiest counter attacks and wins if you can get this move right. So again, read it, do it. Counter correctly, make sure that you have your Q ability and your blocking, especially when this is on. Now, I actually am going to duel somebody, and I'm going to show you how this works. I just wanted to go over the 2 rotations that I use here. This is how I normally open up a fight, and that's just going to be I'm going to jump in, and then I'm going to hit him with Death Blow. And I'm just going to make sure that he knows that I'm there. That's your first move. It just does a little bit of damage, you know, especially if you stun him, you get that 30% more extra damage to him, you know. So that's a really good one. That's a really good bonk. And again, it looks something like this. Let me see if I can just attack somebody just to kind of show you what it looks like. And it's like super quick, and you can jump at him. You see, you stun him, and then you hit him with a really big hit right there. Really easy, really fast, just you kill them off. Again, this is just one of the rotations that you can use to pretty much set them off and kill them. Again, that's Devastating Smash, it stuns them, and then you can hit them with a Death Blow. Now, the second one, the big bonk, that you're really going to set it up for. What I like to do here is I do Stunning Blow, Will Breaker, Ascending Slash, then I'll power up with Da Vinci's Courage, and I'll hit him with Guillotine Blade. And then I'll go either into Death Blow combo, or I'll finish him off with Piercing Strike and Cruel Smite. But normally this finishes him off. Now, here's how that looks like, and I'm going to show you a few tricks that you can use with it. So really quick, and we're just going to run up and pretend that we already hit him, right? So we're going to stun them, use that to prone him, power up, and then here's that big hit. It hits for quite a lot. Again, I'm in tank gear, so I don't have a lot of, you know, power-ups on this character. And as you see, I'm not using anything else. But you can really get this to hit for 20K. The guy that won the tournament last night, he was rocking this and he was finishing people off with, one bonk. So you can definitely make this work. Now, again, let me give you another rotation that's, again, you can use. There's 3 different ways to open up, right? So you can either go full rotation with Devastating Smash, Death Blow, into Stunning Blow, Will Breaker, Ascending Slash, Power Up, hit him with that, hit him with the Guillotine Blade. Okay, there's another rotation that you can use, and I call this the bait and switch. So the bait and switch is one of my favorites to use, and what you're essentially going to do is you're going to chain hook him and pull him towards you, and then for 1.5 seconds, do not use any moves, just normally attack or block or whatever. You're gonna bait him into using a defensive. Normally in dueling, 99% of players, when they get hit really hard or they get pulled or something, their first instinct is to pop a defensive or try to do something or block right off the second. That is 99% of players would do that. So what you do is you bait them, you pull them, and then in your mind you count to 1.5 seconds. You wait for it, and then as soon as they do that, then you're just gonna go into Stunning Blow, Will Breaker, Ascending Slash, Power Up, hit him with Guillotine Blade, and then Devastating Smash into Death Blow, and that will literally kill every single person ever. So this is what that would kind of look like. And again, this guy might die here, so I'm going to try to pretend that, so we're going to pull him. So again, 1 second, 2 seconds, you wait for it, right? Then you do that, power him up, power him up. Hopefully he misses. I don't think it will. Yeah. And then you would go into the Devastating Smash, which would stun him one more time, into Death Blow. And then if for some reason they're still alive, which again, not a lot of people are, but if they're still alive, then you would use your precision dash into your shield abilities to kill them. Your piercing strike does a lot of damage, as does your cruel smite. This will literally finish off every single person other than tanks who have 20k HP, then you just hit them again. But this is pretty much how you would duel. Now, I'm going to show you a live example of how this would work. So this is the more aggressive play. My friend Dusty's playing the dummy. As you see, I'm pretty much taking him out of the game. I'm stunning him every couple of seconds, and I'm just going to finish him off really quick. Again, this is more when you want to play more aggressive. Now I'm going to show you the bait and switch. Now, as you see right here, this is where we're going to pull him in, and we're just going to wait a second. And again, just count it, 1, 1, and then attack. Because most people are going to block right there. And then that's when you just pretty much hit him really hard, and you can just literally annihilate him right on the spot. So again, this is the perfect way that you would duel and play, and then you would use all the other moves and fillers to finish him off, keep track, etc., etc. All right, that concludes the video. So really quick, let me go over one more thing and then we'll leave. Your precision dash is really important, guys. This is how you're going to keep up with the enemy as well. So again, don't just spam it. Be careful when you use it because it also binds them, especially for those ranged people. Again, counter barrier, one more time, is very, very important. Make sure that you are, blocking, and when you have this up, it's totally going to save your life because it is so, so good. So, so good. The other thing that I wanted to go into, again, is your piercing strike and cruel smite. These are your finishers. These are your fillers as you're waiting for the big hits. Again, they are 5-second cooldown, and this one is 7-second cooldown, so you're going to be able to use these pretty often as you are fighting. Don't be afraid. Like I said, don't be afraid just to use your basic attack as you're kind of waiting for your moves to come back, or, whatever the case may be. Anyway, thank you guys very much for being here. Again, I will post in the description all the builds that I'm using. And then if you're looking for more of a massive, group PvP build, I actually have one on my channel. Check that one out. I still use that one to this day here. I can actually show it right here. This is the one that I use to this day, and it is fantastic. So again, feel free to use it. Again, it is in the description. How you play it and all that good stuff is in my channel already. Anyway, thank you guys very much for being here. I very much appreciate you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And then in the comments, let me know if you're using anything else for dueling. If there's anything that I missed, I love to have a constructive criticism or a conversation as well. So again, thank you very much and have a good one. I will see you in the next one, folks.